Maayong adlaw sa tanan. Welcome to Pakighinabi, the Experts TikTok, a special conversation where ideas meet action. Today we are celebrating Paghimugso ASCA's 30th Charter Celebration, where we explore the powerful role of bridging leadership and strengthening the partnership between our institution and the community. Joining me today are distinguished experts from ASCAT who have dedicated their work to leadership, education, and the community development. Let's give them a warm welcome. Mr. Boylin B. Cabag, Director for Extension Services. Ms. Joylene Pausanos, College of Agriculture Extension Coordinator. And Engineer Janice C. Puspos, Admin Extension Coordinator. Magandang araw po. Thank you so much for giving us your time and presence here today and for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so much also for having us here.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Everyone.
Apo. So, to set the atmosphere po, mangutana sa ako, mangumusta sa ako sa inyo. Kamusta ba ang life of being an extensionist? Ano na itong mga program ngayon yung na-implement o how's it going? Yes, Ma'am Joylene.
So, aming adlaw sa tanan regarding the life of being the extension coordinator in the College of Agriculture. Somehow, it's always challenging. But of course, with the help of the institution and with the personnel also, as extensionists, we manage naman to make things right for the benefit of everybody.
How about you, Ma'am Janice?
In the administration kasi we are focused on the community needs assessment. So whenever our partners request us to render that kind of services, especially today in times of calamity or a disaster, so we render our volunteerism and service to them. So that's where our pagtambayayong comes in. And yeah, we are our plans for the administration extension activities are in line for this year.
Alright, very productive kaya to ang admin, no? So, let's go to Sir Boylin. Kamusta?
The same experience, the same feeling. It is challenging, but on the other hand, it is also fulfilling. So this time, the college has one banner program, which is the Kapit Bisig. And under that, we have several projects. We have the iLead, iLip, we have the eCast, then we have the iSIM, Project Change, the Project Ilokalidad, Project iTribe, and then for the administration, we have the Serve with Joy project. So that is those are under Kapit Bisig Extension Program. We implemented several activities under those projects. This is also to align with the requirements for accreditation and SUC leveling, that each curricular program of the college should have their own extension activities in order to extend to the community the innovations that we develop. So initially, these projects and program were developed in line with the result of the TNA and CNA conducted by the institution. The institution initially conducted community needs assessment and training needs assessment to the target community, wherein our extension projects and programs will be implemented to that identified community. So kaya siya naging fulfilling because you are not just bringing to them the innovations that we have from this institution, but we also touch lives and we're able to help them somehow, help them improve the quality of life kung saan sila na community na belong. And we will somehow also we help these individuals to become empowered, na hindi lang yung self yung matulungan nila, but also they're able to help others who belong in that certain community. Kaya siya naging fulfilling sa aming part.
Thank you so much, Sir No. So that was such an insightful discussion. Since we've learned about the life of being an extensionist and being leaders in this field, let's move forward and talk about the real-world applications of bridging leadership. How does it work in action? Let's find out as we come back after the break. back to Pakig Hinabi, the expert TikTok. Now let's explore how bridging leadership is being observed in ASCAT's programs and initiatives. Okay, Ma'am Joylene, how do you encourage po the students to actively participate sa mga programs na i-implement kay ASCAT?
Okay, so doon tayo focus sa College of Agriculture, no? So aside from encouraging the students, extension activities is a part of their curriculum in the College of Agriculture. So meron po silang mga subjects na kailangan nilang mag-conduct ng extension in the community as part of the compliance. So by that, I do believe na ang students ay may encourage talaga for them to pass the said subject. Aside from that, it is also part of the college target that there is an involvement of extension projects and activities by the students. So what we do or what we did is every extension activities, nagpapadala po kami ng mga estudyante to be involved or to be part of the said activities. So for example, if our extension activities is all about crops, so meron po tayong mga students na major in horticulture, BSAC, pwede po BAT. So sila po yung pinapadala namin sa field para mag-assess po during the conduct of the activities. So if it is all about animal science, everything and anything about animal science, meron po tayong mga estudyante na ipapadala na maging involved po sa pag-conduct ng activities related sa animal science. So for example, we conducted tilapia production, broiler production, yung itikan, at marami pang iba. So may mga students po tayo na ipapadala. So those are part of the target of the college na kailangan talaga may involvement ang students kasi ang clienteles natin ay hindi lang si farmer, but of course also the students, because time will come when they graduated in the field of agriculture, sa kanilang mga kurso ay magagamit po nila yan kung sila ay magtatrabaho sa larangan ng agrikultura. So, yun po.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Joylene. How about po sa admin? How do you encourage our admin staff to participate actively with the programs na gina-implement ni ASCAT? Ma'am Janice.
Well, non-teaching personnel are not just facilitators, not just in the office as HR, ITs, coders. I believe that we are also a change maker, community builder. So, for them to be engaged, we have various initiatives, and that's where our extension activities comes in. So, we have, as what I have mentioned, our initiatives like Serve with Joy, the Pagtambayayo, and the Run with Joy. So, that's where their expertise will be used, and with that, they will be involved. Comes March and November, we will be conducting the service caravan. So that's a general pagtambayayo. So we will be partnered with our community, and that's where also their services will be utilized. So we will be offering mission services. So from our OSA, we will be offering a legal consultation. So from our legal office, we will be offering capacity building. So even the IOs can offer graphic design seminars. We can offer financial literacy services. So from our financial department, we carry our accounting, and even among others, madami pa po tayong services sa atin. So all of us will be involved talaga, and I believe naman that extension service is a shared responsibility. So yeah, we are all involved.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Janice. How about you, Sir Boylin? What are those challenges po ngayon yung na-face while implementing the programs ni ASCAT?
So, challenges. Daghan siya, way ubay gid siya. But siguro ang pinaka-challenge naman pa rin is how we can utilize our resources properly. Kasi marami kaming mga programs na implement, but knowing na minimal lang yung fund source ni ASCAT. So, isa siya talaga sa challenge. That is why one of our mechanism as part of our leadership strategy is we collaborate with other agencies who has the same programs and projects so that we can complement. No, at the end of the day, hindi naman kailangan na si ASCAT siya lang yung mag-implement. So, yung aton ang gagawin natin dito is complementary in the implementation of our project. So, we collaborate with other agency, nandiyan yung CDA, si DAR, nandiyan yung LGU, the barangays, no, and even mga partner schools natin. So, they really have to share their resources also for the implementation of our activities and projects. So, somehow, no, successful naman yung implementation namin sa aming mga projects for the past years, having that kind of strategy. So, yan po.
So, since na-mention po gain na sir, no, ang CNA and TNA, kindly explain po sa atong viewers unsa ba to siya?
So, conducting TNA and CNA is just the initial part, no, in developing, or the first step in developing extension program and projects. Kailangan kasi natin maintindihan yung nature or need ng community. So, yun pong CNA stands for Community Needs Assessment. Tapos yung TNA is the Training Needs Assessment. So what we did, no, we seek guidance from the local government unit to identify possible community na pwede i-adapt ni ASCAT kung saan implement namin yung mga activities and projects namin sa extension. So after the identification of particular community, nagkanda kami ng CNA at TNA. So this was conducted by having focus group discussion and survey. So, by having that kind of process, we can determine the needs, the problems, the issues so that need to be addressed. Kasi hindi pwede na mag-implement kami ng project na hindi naman pala siya need ng community. So, hindi na ma-feel yung relevance ng aming mga projects, and it's very difficult for us to sustain also kasi hindi naman nila need. So, after the CNA and the TNA, nagawa ng survey, GD, the results will be presented, no, to the experts from ASCAT, and at the same time, to the community kung saan siya i-implement. Because we need to validate the result. If ito ba talaga yung need nila. Yun yung mechanism namin na implement last time when we had our FGD and survey, no, sa TNA and CNA. So after that one, ASCAT will design a program, identify possible solutions. These are sustainable and innovative solutions. If wala pa existing technology si ASCAT to address the issues and concern, our research experts, even our students, are part, no, in developing or initiating innovative solutions for that. So sila yung nagagawa ng research, paggawa ng mga, for example, sa paggawa ng fertilizers, mga techniques in planting, technologies in agriculture, kung sa food processing naman, meron tayong mga estudyante na nagde-develop ng mga products na gamit ang mga locally available materials or ingredients na nandiyan sa specific communities na identified ni ASCAT na maging adapted. For the education naman, no, sa our faculty members from the College of Teacher Education conducted TNA and CNA to our identified schools, no, na implement naman nila yung program na ilokalidad. So from that, based on the result, no, ano sila na kailangan ng mga teachers ng skills on leadership, on strategic intervention materials, and even conducting research activities, no, action research. So by that, si College of Teacher Education naman nag-design ng capability trainings for those teachers na nag-identify na yun yung mga needs nila. So by that then, bago siya i-implement, of course, identify the needs, meron ng technology. So, lahat ng proposals, dadaan pa yan sa in-house review. That is still be scrutinized by sets of experts and also in collaboration, no, our panel members from partner agencies. Kasi nga, sabi ko kanina, we need to complement with their programs also and for collaboration. Pare-parehas na naman din tayo ng initiatives na ginagawa sa community. So why not, mag-share na lang tayo ng resources to implement the same program. So yun yung ginawa namin last time, and successfully, no, some of our panel from other agencies, they are willing to collaborate with us in the implementation of the project. So once naman na na-implement na yung activities and projects, we conducted quarterly evaluation, no? sa mga na-implement na. Then, yearly evaluation also, monitoring and evaluation. Then, after 3 years, no, pag naiwan na yung community, na-implement na namin lahat ng mga projects and programs, so, gagawa kami ng impact assessment. No? So, dyan makikita natin if ASCAT really make a change or nakakontribute ba talaga siya no, sa lives ng mga individuals na identified natin who are beneficiaries of our extension programs and projects. Kung hindi naman, so we'll provide another mechanism kasi ang planning process no, for community development, hindi siya nag-i-end. Pagkatapos ng impact assessment, you plan another na ma-address na naman yung mga concerns nila. So, it is a cycle actually when you engage yourself into this kind of endeavors sa extension services.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Nonga. Inyo yung gi-explain sa amuha, unsa bang gyud ang process nga ginahimo, kung unsa ba gyud siya ka dugay or unsa ba gyud siya nga gihuna-huna before gina-implement ang mga programs diri as ASCAT.
Actually, ang Kapit Bisig, no, implemented last year. Nag-start lang siya, pero yung previous program namin is Dabida Sila. Before po na-implement si Kapit Bisig, mga 2 years po yata ang planning. That includes the conduct of the CNA at TNA sa identified community. So, hindi talaga siya na madalian ang pagplano, even for the implementation. Kasi kailangan pa rin po siyang ma-approve ng board natin. Okay? We need also to ensure na meron siyang board approval for allocation ng budget. Kasi hindi naman tayo maka-allocate ng budget without board approval. So, identified na po yung lahat na possible partners during the presentation, possible na mga expenses during the presentation. Kaya, ito na po siya.
Alright, thank you so much, Sir Boylene. Now that we know how our leaders work in action, what does the future hold? In our final segment, we'll discuss the vision of ASCAT's leadership and community engagement in the coming years. We will be right back. Welcome back to Pakighinabi. We've seen how bridging leadership is already shaping ASCAT and the community, but growth never stopped. So, Ma'am Janice, how do you see the role of non-teaching personnel evolving in extension services? And what initiatives can further strengthen their contributions po?
Well, the role of non-teaching personnel in extension work is no longer limited to supporting faculty-led initiatives. They are becoming key stakeholders in institutional outreach efforts. So, by empowering them with leadership opportunities, capacity building, programs, and institutional support, ASCAT can further strengthen its commitment and to community development. So, moving forward, their contributions will continue to drive inclusive, innovative, and sustainable extension services that I believe will leave a lasting impact. So,
thank you so much, Ma'am Janice. Now, Ma'am Joylene, what message po do you like to send to the next generation of ASCAT extension leaders who will continue serving the community?
So, my message to the next ASCAT extension leaders, so I urge you to continue your services with legacy by serving our communities. So this should be with a pride, passion, and commitment. So let's embark the noble journey that we're not just giving assistance, technical assistance, knowledge and skills and innovation to the farmers, but also we should empower them by uplifting their communities and their lives also to have a more food secure and more productive future. Congratulations, and let's continue to serve with compassion and dedication. So that's all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And lastly, Mr. Boylin, if you could describe the legacy of ASCAT's extension efforts in one word, sir, what would it be and why?
For me, sa Extension Services Unit, the one word that could describe the legacy of ASCAT, that would be empowerment. So the reason is that ASCAT's extension programs and projects are deeply focused on equipping our local communities with knowledge, skills, and even resources they need in order to improve their lives and drive sustainable development. By prioritizing community involvement, building leadership, and fostering long-term partnerships with the other agencies, ASCAT leaves a legacy of empowered individuals and groups who can continue to thrive independently and contribute to the betterment of their communities for generations to come.
Alright. Thank you so much, sir. Before we end our episode today po, do you have any final message para sa atong mga viewers?
Daghang salamat! Kitang tanan magdasig ug magkapit busy.
As we close today's episode of Pakighinabi, the Experts TikTok, let's remember that bridging leadership is not just about connecting institutions and communities. It's about inspiring change, fostering collaboration, and building legacy that lasts beyond us. Thank you once again to our esteemed guests for their wisdom and expertise, and thank you to everyone watching for being part of this important conversation. This has been your host, Janelle Sabornido. Happy paghimugso, ASCAT! Padayon sa paglambo, padayon sa pagserbisyo.